I'm a huge fan of the Predator franchise. My hope is that they do a tie-in, but I doubt it.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And actually, the thing about him becoming the governor, for many who might not be aware of that, but what's weird is that's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened in politics. For those that don't know, Ronald Reagan was an actor before he became the president.
Yeah, he was an actor for years actually before he became the president too.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of weird now because now if you say Ronald Reagan, people think of him being president, but obviously back in the day that wasn't the case.
No, he was an act. I actually found out he was an actor in elementary school, and our history teacher was telling us, and I'm like, really? He was an actor? And then you start Googling. Well, this was before that was before Google. You started. He showed us one of Reagan's films, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen his movies because, okay, for those that don't know, I do like old movies, but I like old horror movies.
Yeah, I'm the guy that watches like tries to watch every old movie because I feel like a senior citizen at times.
Oh, that's understandable. I do sometimes wish that like some of these lost movies were discovered though.
I think the only like I know there's people who haven't watched. I just reviewed Citizen Kane on my channel, and there's people who haven't watched it, and that's just it is what it is. Like it. I've always said to people, if you want to go watch a movie, go watch a movie. If you don't.
Oh, there's an interesting fact about that too. I think you already know because I posted about it on Facebook once. But for those that don't know, Citizen Kane was directed and starred Orson Welles.
Yep.
He is the same guy that hosted the infamous World of Worlds broadcast.
Yep. That was done on the radio, I believe.
Yep, you're actually right. You can actually buy that. Well, you can buy a recording of that on Amazon.
Actually, for a brief time, I think this was years ago. I don't know if it was Fye or Walmart had it on had the thing where you could buy it in the store, but they don't. I don't think they do anymore.
Oh yeah, I could see them not doing that anymore because now you can just get it for an MP3 of it. What kind of sucks though for those that are interested in that. See, for those that don't know, that was actually a series. He did plays of plays of books. But see, what sucks is you can't get the other episodes. You can only get that one.
That's crazy. It, if if they do another Predator, Daniel, and that's a big goddamn if, um, do you think they're just going to reboot it?
Um, Unfortunately, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, but what if they pull what I like to call a Halloween, where where they make a sequel to the original, but ignore all the sequels?
That's what was rumored with this new one, and it wasn't. It didn't end up being that. Um, I could see them doing. I'd rather them actually do that than completely reboot it. But again, it goes back to returning again. I think if you do that though, people are going to want Schwarzenegger to come back, and that's again that would be iffy.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really a fan of when they do that, but you know, it'd be better than a reboot. I agree.
I think if they do reboot it though, I think I got the perfect actor in mind to reboot it with, and that would be uh, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I'm not in favor of a reboot, but I think either way it would be splitting hairs, you know.
Oh, and if anyone from Hollywood, like a director, listen to this, ignoring boobies does not make it simple.
No.
Because I've actually had trouble explaining this new Halloween to people. Like, they don't get the whole ignoring the sequels. It's actually causing more confusion than, solutions.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the case. Like, not necessarily with like people like you, like horror fans in a sense. Not too many horror fans, and I think some horror fans are confused, but because I know some of my one friend Justin and Jada, they're big horror fans, and they were asking me like, wait, what do you mean it's like going just off the first one? And I literally had to explain it to them before they went to see the movie. Then they saw it afterwards, and my friend Justin, he was messaging me, and I was still explaining it to him.
Oh, yeah. And I know people say, like, they did it with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, here's the thing about that franchise. That never really had a stable continuity to begin with. I hate to say it, but it's true. Basically, they've screwed up the very second movie.
Here's the thing, too. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it was rebooted how many times, too?
Well, that's true. And yeah, a lot of people know, like, people say the Next Generation. The Next Generation was actually a reboot as well. I know it's marketed as a sequel now, but it really wasn't, you know.
No, it's a reboot for sure. I didn't see the second movie until after I saw the Next Generation. And I said, is there any other Texas Chainsaw Massacres than this? And my mom's like, yeah, I'll show them to you. And she popped them into VHS.
And actually, with even the third one, okay, I shouldn't say the second one, but the second one, they try to make it funny, you know. But even with the third one is basically a half reboot, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Texas Chainsaw Massacre's continuity isn't the best, and I think that's the problem it continues to have.
And actually, I don't know if you noticed, they couldn't even keep Leatherface's name straight. I mean, you know, like his real name. Because in the second one, they said his name was Bubba Sawyer. Then in the third one, his name was Junior Sawyer. Then in the Next Generation, his name was Leatherface Slaughter. Then in the reboot, his name was Thomas Hewitt, which is a totally different name. And then in the new two movies, his name is Jedediah Sawyer.
Yeah, that's pretty poor continuity.
I've actually never seen the Next Generation, but from what I've heard, I'm not missing much.
No, not much. I'll give Matthew McConaughey a shout out. He does a pretty good job. Other than that, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that, to be honest. Because I did know he was in it, because people brought it up, you know.
It has, that's the funny thing is it has a lot of humor in it as well.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I know people complaining that they made him a transvestite, but the guy he's based on was, you know, both thought he was a woman trapped in a man's body. So, you know, that's where they got that idea from.
I think people just like to bitch about nothing, man.
Oh, that's probably true.
I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it.
you know, it's like GT. People like to bitch about Dragon Ball GT over nothing.
Oh, I see you finally see that. I mean, I know we've talked about it before, but yeah, they're like, for some reason, someone in Dragon Ball fan pages always have to start an argument about GT.
And for some reason, we end up finishing that damn argument.
That's true. Yeah, I hate to admit this, but yeah, I will admit that I do sometimes do that, and yeah, like we were talking about before, I do that with Resident Evil. Like when people bring up the movie, I sometimes have the urge to tell them it sucks.
it's like, man, somebody asked me a couple weeks ago, how many did you see? I seen 3. Why don't you see the rest? Because I just don't want to.
Well, they're pretty bad.
Here's the thing. I told this to my wife. I said, maybe one day I'll work up the. I said I'll watch them all, but not anytime soon.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
Uh,
Um, yeah, people. See, it's funny that people complain about GT, but then people defend those movies.
yeah, GT, which has a lot of cool canon. It canons the entire series. I mean, and then you have the Resident Evil movies, which, well, yeah, there is no goddamn continuity.
Yeah, and actually, that's the thing that annoys me because people always say, GT doesn't have a manga, which I don't know why that's even a big deal, but then people are like, if you post, say, a still from the end of Dragon Ball Z, and this is not hypothetical, I've actually seen this happen. People will share stills of GT, I mean, at the end of Z, and people will say, well, GT isn't canon. It's like, they can't even tell the difference between the last episode of Z and GT, which to me shows that it must connect pretty well if they can't make that connection.
it Here's the thing. When I bought GT, man, you see me, man. I put pictures of it up. I was so excited to get the entire series of GT. I was pumped. I seen that at Walmart. I grabbed that thing so fast. I'm like, I looked at Julie. I said, "Look what I found."
And I know people have also mentioned Oob, and people say, well, that's GT, so it's not canon. Okay, Oob is not even from Dragon Ball Z. Oob is actually at the end of the Dragon Ball manga. He actually exists. Akira Toriyama created that character, whether people want to admit it or not.
Here's the thing too. Oob gets introduced in Dragon Ball Z, like down the road, in a tournament, I believe.
Yep, and that said tournament happens in the manga too. But
Yep.
yeah, I've even seen someone say that those 2 episodes were made to tie in with GT, but no, that's how the manga ended. It ended that way.
Yeah, that's right. It ended because Goku promised Oob he would train him, and that's where GT picks up.
Yeah, what people don't get, like I said, people bring up how it didn't have a manga. People say Akira Toriyama did not make it. He did not make it, but he approved it. You know what I mean?
I want you to know I had to record a whole nother video, so there will be 2 videos of us on my channel.
Oh wow! I didn't know you had to record another one. It's fine though, I guess.
Well,
I mean, I'm cool.
this Kindle I'm recording on. It's not set up for. I didn't realize it wasn't set up for long discussions. I got to get my wife to fix that. But yeah, I did. There will be 2 recordings. One's the first, and this will be hopefully the second.
Oh yeah, that's not me.
Oh goodness. Is there anything you want to add for Predator before we go?
Let me think. Um, maybe someday. Wait, do you think someday they'll make a Predator game of its own, or another one or whatever?
I think we'll sooner get a Predator game. Yeah, I could see that. We'll sooner get a Predator game before we get a movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. Before someone, what's funny is I know this is off topic, but I've actually seen people say that they should make Resident Evil games based on the movies. I don't think they should. I think they should keep that trash separate.
Yeah, we don't want that. No one wants that.
Oh, what would you do? What would you do if you played Resident Evil 8 and the first thing you hear is, "My name is Alice"?
I would be trading. Listen, GameStop takes trade-ins. Walmart takes trade-ins now, it would be going back.
I don't think that's going to happen, though, because
No,
I think they're done with that trend now.
no, I don't think it's happening either. I don't, and you know, we're not again. Listen, we don't hate Mila Jovovich. We just don't like Alice.
Yeah. Yeah, that is actually true. I know people are probably going to twist that, but no, we're being serious. We just hate the character.
Yeah, we don't like Alice. uh,
What if, oh, wouldn't it be funny if, like, they made another game and it's called Resident Evil, Alice in Wonderland?
well, as long as the Mad Hatter's in it, I'm okay with that one.
Oh, yeah. Is the Mad Hatter, is there a character based on the Mad Hatter in Resident Evil? I mean, in the game, in the movies?
Um, I have no idea because I haven't seen anything past 3, so I don't know.
Wow, I know there's a reference to the White Queen as well, which is also called the White Queen. That might have been the third one, but I don't know, like, after the second one, I kind of just forgot most of what happens.
I
Yes,
would.
they're really that bad for those that don't.
Yeah, with this, listen, Daniel's watched all of them. My wife has watched almost all of them, but the last one, and hopefully she'll just forget about it, which I think she has. I'm not going to remind her. But I have only watched 3 of them. So yeah, they suck.
Yeah. Oh, remember that one time you were saying you were getting your daughter, I think it was your daughter, into horror, and I said, "Are you gonna let her watch Resident Evil?"
Yeah, no, no, no.
I think that's what you said. I mean, I think you said something like you're only gonna show her the good ones or something.
Yeah, yeah. The classics, the good stuff. She's
Yeah.
actually seen Halloween, Friday the 13th. She's only seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street. She hasn't seen the rest of them. She really likes American Werewolf in London. She loves that to death.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
So she likes werewolf movies. So I'm just glad my kids sit through it and watch it with me. I mean, I enjoy watching stuff with them. So listen, you're an uncle. Get a hold of your brother's kid. Sit him down, and just this is what you don't. This is what you don't watch, and this is what you do watch. With
Oh, there you go. Oh, what if they?
Professor
Okay.
Culver.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, the werewolf in London thing may remind me of something. Well, I mean, gave me an idea. What if a werewolf bit the predator?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I could imagine that. It was like a werewolf, but it can like disappear and see like heat.
That I wouldn't mind seeing that if they did, because I know they're remaking American Werewolf in London. I wouldn't mind seeing that in the remake of when they get it done, whenever they get it done.
Yeah, hopefully they do. Well, maybe, I don't know. You know how remakes are.
Yeah,
Like I said, there's like that remake of The Mummy, which I don't even understand why. Because for those who don't know, that new Mummy is the third remake of it. Wait, maybe it's the. Oh yeah, I think it is the third. Yeah, I think it's the third remake. Yeah.
yeah. It's the Mummy's been done again. Brandon Fraser's The Mummy isn't the original, so I know some people tried to pass it off as that. And when it was coming out, I said no, that's not the original. Boris Karloff is the original.
You know what makes it even funnier is that's not even the first remake. There was, well, you probably know, but for those that don't know, there's the company Hammer Films, or Hammer Horror, whatever you want to call them. They made a remake in the 50s.
Mm-hmm. I know they did. They did Dracula as well with Christopher Lee.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Hammer made a deal with Universal. That's how they could do all that.
That's sort of funny too because Hammer Brothers, after they shut down, they became Universal International.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. Um, if you guys got any questions for Daniel, he's at Killenberg on Twitter. You can hit him up on Facebook as well. Um, I'm gonna have to fix this thing for Monday, but I enjoy this, man.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, I had fun too. Thanks for having me.
Are you welcome? You have a good night, Daniel.
Yep, you too.